All right. Yeah, I think that's it. I think it looks like we're live. Hello, everybody. What's up? Daniel Barrett here from AdWords Nerds. Want to make this quick video because I've been talking to some clients of ours. Most of you guys know we work with real estate investors who are trying to find more motivated seller leads online. We do their online marketing, we do their pay-per-click, their SEO, the whole shebang. And pretty much everyone I have been talking to is concerned about a real tightening up of the housing market. I think it is pretty clear if you talk to really advanced investors, right, they are feeling a very real crunch in that housing market. And because of that, levels of competition online are going up. And, you know, competition going up is never fun. It gets difficult for people. But the problem I notice is I've seen people kind of pulling their money out of the market. And this is one of those things I really need to reach out. I really want to make this video reach out and let you know that I really honestly believe that's absolutely the wrong idea. And if you think that when the market gets tighter and the going gets tougher and things get more difficult, that's the time to stop marketing. You are literally guaranteeing that your business is going to very quickly run out of oxygen. You are not going to have the leads in the pipeline, the deals in the pipeline that you need to get you through the toughest times. Marketing is what supplies our businesses with the cash flow we need to grow. And if you pull back on that when times get tough, you're really almost guaranteeing yourself a very, very tough time. So, what do you do about it? Right? If the market's getting wild, if the market's getting difficult, things are getting competitive, what do we do about it? Well, I think the answer, honestly, for me, is more about follow up than it is about the marketing channels. There's a whole lot we don't control about Google, about Facebook, whatever it is. But the follow up we implement in our investing businesses is something we absolutely have control over. Now, the national average for AdWords leads right now is about 1 out of 20 turning into a deal under contract, meaning you get about 20 leads. Typically, you put a deal under contract, at least that's with our clients, right? But that's at a national average. There are people we work with that put on average 1 out of 7 leads and turn that into a deal under contract. Now, if you are running an investing business and one person over here is doing 1 out of 20, so every 20 leads, they put one deal out on, under contract. And then over here, you've got someone who's investing that's putting one lead out of every 7 under contract. Those are very different business models. And those people are going to have very different experiences when the housing market tightens up, when the economy gets rough, et cetera, right? And really the number one thing that determines how many deals you end up putting under contract from your online marketing, whether that's SEO, whether that's Facebook, whether it's AdWords, whether it's Bing, whatever it is, it's the follow up. It's not the ad, it's not the bids, it's not the landing pages. All those things matter. But if you're not following up, and I mean following up on multiple channels, texting, voicemailing, ringless voicemailing, mailing them, emailing them, calling them, anything you can do, Facebook Messenger, anything you can do, if you're not following up with them regularly, you are absolutely leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of deals on the table. I mean, it's just the way it is. And I think another thing that people kind of get in their heads is they assume that because the lead came in online, if they're not ready to go right away, that must be a bad lead. And the fact of the matter is, it's like, you know this, like if you go online and you're on Facebook for any amount of completely distracted and taken away from the thing that you actually meant to do, right? It's very, very easy to do. And so people online, even if they're highly motivated, tend to be highly distracted. And you just need to be in front of them when that switch flips and they become ready to convert. And the way we stay in front of them is by emailing them, staying in touch, following up. And I'm talking about it could be weeks or months. One of the things that I heard, I was recently hanging out at a really high level mastermind for investors. There are people doing hundreds of deals a year. And something they told me really blew my mind is that about 60% of their deals come 3 to 6 months after that person first contacts them. So literally 60% of deals are happening in the follow up, not after the person converts, not after they call the first time, but in the multi-week, multi-month follow-up. So if you don't have a system in place for doing that, you're really doing yourself a disservice. You are leaving potentially a huge amount of money on the table. And that essentially means that when things get weird, when the market gets rough, when the seas get choppy, you're going to have a really hard time adapting to that. So I really want to put this out there and say, if you need help with follow up, if you want some recommendations for services, if you want to know, like we don't do follow up services, so I don't make any money by doing this. But if you want my recommendations or like what I think is important, leave a comment. Like, let me know. I will directly kind of comment on the post and let you know what I think or send you a direct message or whatever. But this is something that I think a lot of investors ignore. It's absolutely critical. Don't be one of the people that forgets to follow up with your motivated seller leads. So this is Dan Barrett from AdWords Nerds signing off. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers, everybody.